Hi everyone, Namaskar and welcome to Curries with Bombi. Today I will be making a korma recipe with tofu, where the tofu is braised in a thick, smooth gravy along with onions and spices. If you do not like tofu, then I would request you to try this recipe just once. You never know, you may become a fan of tofu if you make it in this way. So let's get started. I have taken 2 medium tomatoes. Score the ends with your knife just like an X mark and plunge them gently with a spoon into a pot of boiling water. Here I have taken some almonds and cashews. In goes the nuts as well. Blanch these for about 5 minutes. Then take out only the tomatoes. Remove the pot from the stove and let the nuts sit in that hot water for about half an hour or till they cool down. Then peel off the skins from the almonds. The peels come off easily once you blanch the almonds. Similarly, remove the skins from the tomatoes. I removed this part of the tomatoes as well. Just roughly chop them as they will be going into the blender. Here I have some roughly chopped ginger, garlic and the blanched nuts. All these will go into my blender jar. Add the tomatoes along with the juices and let the blender now do its job. You need a smooth paste like this. You need a large onion. Slice it finely. Then loosen them up as we will be browning the onions. Coming to the tofu, always use a firm or extra firm tofu for this recipe. Discard the water that comes in the packet and wash the tofu with fresh water. Then wrap it up in paper towels to soak up that excess moisture from the surface. Cut the tofu into large pieces. Here my pan is heating over medium-high heat. I have added 2 tablespoons of oil to it. Start adding the tofu one by one as the oil gets heated up. Place them in a single layer. If you are using a smaller pan, then fry them in batches. I will not fry them too much. I am looking for just a little bit of change in color. Then turn them around. Fry that side for a few more minutes and take them out. I will be adding 2 more tablespoons of oil. Then add the onions. Sprinkle little salt. Stir them on high heat first. Then when they start getting soft and start getting these golden edges, reduce your heat to medium. Please do not leave the onions at this point and go to answer a call, as the onions brown up quite fast and by the time you return they will burn and you have to start all over again. Here my onions have browned up perfectly. You can take out some of these browned onions and spread them out on a paper towel. Later on at the very end you can garnish the dish with some browned onions. Coming to the whole spices now, I have taken 1 dried bay leaf, cloves, green cardamoms, the tips of which I always crack open, and a cinnamon stick. Stir the spices for a few seconds. Now add the tomato, ginger, garlic and nut paste. Those of you who have been following me for a while now know that I like to get the last bit of all that goodness. Stir on medium heat. As you can see, I have switched to a spatula as it is much easier to handle thick sauces with this. A spatula is such a great tool when it comes to all these functions. Now make some space in your pan. Add another teaspoon of oil. In it, I added a teaspoon of sugar. Caramelizing the sugar gives a nice color to the curry. Then comes the dry spices, Kashmiri red chilli powder for that color, and coriander powder. Stir those spices for a second and then mix with the rest of the sauce. Now add salt. Keep stirring on medium heat till you see the oil leaving the sides. This will take some time and you need a lot of patience here. See that oil leaving the sides? When you see that, you will know that you have fried everything very well. Now add a cup of warm water. Once the gravy comes up to a boil, add the fried tofu. I like adding some whole chilies. Adding them whole like this will not make the dish too hot, but the chilies will release their beautiful flavor. Then to make the dish more rich comes the cream. If you are on a vegan diet or if you are lactose intolerant, then you can use coconut milk or coconut cream. Or if you have any concerns, then you can even add little bit of milk instead of cream. You can add as little or as much of cream. The choice is all yours. After all, you are the boss of your tofu korma. Finally, I added some Shahi garam masala. Cover it on medium-low heat for about 8 to 10 minutes so that the tofu gets well coated with all that goodness and soaks up all that flavor. After 10 minutes, let's see what's happening in that pan. Look at that gorgeous color. Do a taste test at this time and adjust the seasonings. I felt it needed a little bit of sweetness, so I added sugar. And then I loosened up the sauce by adding little water as my family likes it more on the gravy side. Discard the bay leaf and the cinnamon stick before serving. You can serve this with naan, roti, pulao and even plain rice. Please try this recipe and send me your feedback. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing as it means a lot to me. Eat healthy and stay healthy. Bye bye.